Jesus, flying through it. Damn! Oh, mate!
Afternoon, guys. We're out here again with some of my patrons from Patreon. Wheeling up on the Erehwon today. It's actually quite a tough little trail, having to winch, having to lift wheels all over the place. It is pretty epic. Of course, funny how we got here. Grab a cold one, sit on down, watch the start of it where we actually climb a massive sand dune and eventually make it to this muddy little patch here. Should be epic. Here's Ethan. He's got the 79 series. Prepared to lift a wheel here?
We'll be lifting wheels, mate.
Yes, nice. The Erehwon is a technical little trail just south of Ahipara there on the Tauranga Peninsula. Now this is a public road, guys. It's a paper road, but it is best to get permissions from the local landlords prior to going in there. It can be a bit touchy, so give them a bell, keeps things simple, keeps things straight, keeps us and everyone else coming back here. So hit up the locals, let them know you're coming through, and have an absolute blast like we did. Haven't even made it to the start of the track yet, we've already got one stuck. Next we're going to climb up that big ass sand dune. It's going to be wicked. This is the first real tackle we have today, is climbing the Golden Stairs. It's a massive sand dune that creeps to the very tip top of the hills around here where we're going to hit the Erawan. It's going to be awesome.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, mate. Sweet gear change in a second. Roaring up the mountain. This is pretty awesome though. The thing about a manual is if you pick the wrong gear, you can get stuck. Behind us there, Matt, he's got an auto, so he just plants the foot, roars up the hill. I'm going to make sure I get my gears right. Everyone else has to make sure they get the gears right, actually, especially the V8. Bit of a bump, down a second. Easy. Bit of boggy here. We've got an easy ride just following people's tracks, but the first guy, he has to sort of determine where everyone else is going to go, which is probably a bit nerve-wracking, really. Seems like everyone went this way. There's everyone else up at the finish line there, looking like bosses, parked up on the rock. A little bump. That is pretty wicked. This was just a mind-blowing view to get to. To believe that we climbed this mountain with a Jeep or all the trucks and get to this was just bloody epic. From here though, we'll leave the view behind, make our way down through the forest. Nothing too major, but then we hit the Erawan. The one we've been waiting for, the big track of the week. Surely this is going to be epic. If panel damage is going to be done, it's going to be on this track. Time to air back up to 18 psi and hit the tracks.
Many moons ago now, there was a boat that came ashore down there, and they couldn't get it out to sea, and they couldn't get to it around the reef to tow it out. A dirty great big yacht apparently. So they bulldozed this track through, bulldozer and a big trailer, like apparently it was like a 60-foot yacht or something stupid, and dragged it up the dune and out of here with the bulldozer. And the reason it's named Erehwon is because that was the name of the boat.
Ah, crazy. Why? I don't know why someone would name their boat Erehwon.
Well, it's nowhere backwards.
I guess the boat spends a lot of time in the middle of nowhere. So the Erehwon here is a gnarly little track that's quite enclosed. It's constantly scraping along the side of the paint here. So I feel sorry for Matt because he's got a very fancy Ranger. Whereas my little Jeep's kind of used to it. But basically it is just clay, rocks and mud as it sort of undulates its way through the track here. So lots of flex needed, or if you don't have the flex, spotters. Luckily we've got Jordan and Michael here. They are magnificent spotters, so they'll get through here without a scratch on any truck, except for maybe me because I'll probably just drive it. But come out here, if you are coming out here, make sure you bring someone who knows how to spot a vehicle, or at least practice somewhere else first, because it is tight and slippery. Before long, we're starting to need to get some spotters out and about, as we're starting to encounter a bit more mud now.
Oh, it's all through my boot. Oh, lovely.
Now the convoy's taking a bit of a pause, so running up front here to find out what's going on. And sure enough, Jordan's got himself stuck. Things look to be getting serious now.
back a bit further into it. Yeah. Go.
Your number plate's all on the piston. Hey! Oh, you broke your guard. Oh no.
First major obstacle behind us now. The next one's a bit of a hole. Nice drive there, Mike, just to crawl through that.
At least you have a good time. It's gonna hit the...
And what is a very controlled drive from Ethan here. Very nice.
I just about pooed on the seat.
Matt opted to go around this one. A little bit of an easier line on the outer edge there. You gotta drive what your truck can drive, guys. Don't bother pushing it.
Bit of a driver. Go relax. Just go straight at that. Oh! Your ass is slipping off the rut there.
We'll just keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Take 4 eggs.
So you think you're going to be able to open your door now? Yeah, keep going.
We'll find out in a minute.
Holy, are you? You know that sidebar that we re-went?
Look at that.
You can probably tell from our comments there, guys, but a 3-ton Ranger just came down onto that side step and it didn't hold up too well. It's pretty damn bent and we're not even sure if we can open the door yet.
Open the door.
Only just.
Only just. If we put a winch from the other side and down on it, that will sort that out.
What happened?
Side step.
So it's bent and it's creased my
Flat?
still.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
That tyre fucking let go on that rut. Yeah. That's why. Bit of advertising for Iron Man gear there. No good.
Nothing's going to last with 3 ton on it.
I think that shot would have destroyed an ARB one as well.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it was quite loud. It was just
What did you hear from up there?
the sidewall just let go. It just went, I'm not going to hold anymore and just drop. Just don't tell the new owner, man. You won't even notice. Apart from the paint. Yeah. Bit of touring going on. Old Matt over there, assessing what caused the damage.
I'm going to blame the spotter.
Don't blame the spotter.
So we're back in the Jeep and now it's time to tackle this hole.
Oh Jesus, he's flying for it. Wow! Holy! It's not over yet! Turn it off! Holy shit!
Well, get this on camera.
Thanks, Captain. It's in your hand.
I wasn't recording that, that's annoying. What's up, guys? This way's up at the moment. This is insane.
No! Yo, mate! What did we learn from this?
Maybe a spotter.
Accelerator.
Well, yeah, I got 307 diff, so there's no slow in this thing. It's just fast.
All or nothing, eh?
Pretty much.
Okay, well,
I
it's
did
all
think it
hooked
was
on.
going over, but it ended up not. So that's a bonus. We're currently trying to get the ground anchor off of Ethan's roof. And put it at an angle that's going to pull this thing back onto the ground. In the meantime, snack time. I do have to say, this is the most angle I've ever been on. And I learned the tipping point of the Jeep. We need a pulley block or something.
Yeah, we got one. You're right.
Oh, cool.
Just sit there and relax.
Okay.
This is a bit of an elaborate little winch recovery we have going on here. Ethan and Bailey are currently, I guess, snatch strapped to the front of the Jeep. This is in the event that the ground anchor gives way and I suddenly tip backwards, they can slow it to a stop rather than me going onto my roof. Otherwise, I got a winch coming off the front of me through a ground anchor behind them up into Jordan's truck. Now we're back on the ground again. We've got Mike's truck further on up, he's pulling me forward. Jordan's truck is still kind of holding me down. Mostly it's Ethan and Bailey, they're holding the front of the truck in place, while now Mike just pulls me forward. No engine power, of course, we don't want to start this thing just yet. It's been on its side for probably half an hour or so by now. And here we are, all back on four wheels again, safe and sound like nothing ever happened. Best part, no panel damage.
Well, with this thing being on its side for so long, we're going to call it here for a bit, have a spot of lunch, and then the track further on up is actually worse off than the rest of it that's been so far. So then, we're thinking to call that, turn around and make our way out, considering it is now lunchtime and we expect it to be a lot quicker on this trail than what we are. Jesus, whoop. So we might call it, make our way back out towards the beach so we can hit camp at a nice reasonable hour. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Of course, check out my Patreon. Links in the description, guys. That's, you're gonna help me come out and do cool stuff. Maybe not that cool, but you know, there's a limit. But come out, do cool stuff like that. Show you guys the tracks that you can take your four-wheel drives on, your family too, and you know, show off the stuff in New Zealand that not everyone wants to do. Awesome team. We're gonna have some lunch. Call it a day. Catch you next time on Lost Sheep Adventures. Laters, guys.